Anh chị đang bán hàng trên Amazon. Scout cung cấp các dịch vụ dành cho các nhà bán hàng trên Amazon với mức giá cực kỳ ưu đãi như đăng ký brand với USPTO, từ PHÂI, chương trình Scout, logistics và warehouse. Xem thêm thông tin chi tiết dưới phần mô tả nhé.
Hey, Marcus here again. And today with follow-up, I'm going to talk to you about language of preference and the things that we've done as far as an automation inside follow-up. So language of preference is a new requirement within Amazon. Now, I talked about this briefly in the overview video. As an Amazon buyer, I can set a language of preference. And this is saying, hey, Amazon, I only want to be communicated to in a certain language. I am from North America. I live in North America. My native language is English, so I prefer English. But let's say that I grew up in Germany and I live and work in the US, but I prefer to read my emails in German. So as an Amazon buyer, I can go into my Prime account and I can set that language of preference. Now, the reason that's important is effective November 6th, 2020, Amazon requires all of your correspondence to Amazon buyers be in their language of preference. Now, follow-up can see what their language of preference is. The follow-up does not automatically translate these messages for you. So what you want to do is, let's say you're selling products in Canada. You probably want to have an English language of preference and you want to have a French language of preference. Now, let's say you have them both set up like that. And then let's say you don't have anything set up for Mexico. You sell in Mexico, but you don't have any Spanish language for your messages. Follow-up won't go out. So it won't go out and ask for a review unless it's in their preferred language preference. So you have to make sure that those are written for you. But as a safety measure, they won't go out because according to Amazon, that is your responsibility as a seller to do. Now, the way it works is very simple. So you can write this in your language of preference. And then again, if it's written in Italian or French or English, you just tag it with the right language. Now, you can also set it auto detect. And that way we will try to detect and make sure that we know what the language is. So, but again, follow-up will not automatically translate any messages for you into that preferred language. We just don't have that feature at this time. So you just set it at the preferred language. Now, if you only sell in North America, you're probably okay. I would say 90% are probably language of preference in English. I know that there are America is a melting pot, so there's a lot of people from a lot of different countries that speak a lot of different languages inside the United States. But most of what we see on the back end, about 90% of the language of preference in the United States is English. So I would encourage you to at least have some messages written in Spanish. There are a lot of, there's a lot of different ways to do that. You can find free software online. You can pay for some software. What we would recommend is hiring a copywriter that is fluent in that language. So, and however you want to hire them, we would encourage you to do it that way, just because it'll probably be a little bit more accurate than using any type of a translating software. So that's it about the language of preference and the tags and the automations and how they work. If you have any questions, please let us know.
Anh chị đang bán hàng trên Amazon. Scout cung cấp các dịch vụ dành cho các nhà bán hàng trên Amazon với mức giá cực kỳ ưu đãi như đăng ký brand với USPTO, từ PHÂI, chương trình Scout, logistics và warehouse. Xem thêm thông tin chi tiết dưới phần mô tả nhé.